Happy Tuesday, everyone. Just want to make a quick agenda video, go over a couple of things as we sort of get started with our course. So, first and foremost, it was asked of you to complete our orientation module, of which you are going to be submitting your originality report, a really quick way to kind of grasp the idea of Turnitin.com. So the idea, because we are an online platform, that any plagiarism of any kind of course is not tolerated, and you can in fact, when you submit assignments, you can in fact see what is identified as plagiarized and where the source is coming from, etc. So that's just a really quick activity. I went over in a previous video, but I will recap it, that there are restrictions on the course content. What the heck does that mean? That means the following. You cannot open lesson 2 unless you have completed lesson 1. So if you think you've completed lesson 1 and unit 2 or lesson 2 is still not popping up, that means that there are elements that have not been submitted that maybe you don't even realize. So that is included in our discussion board. That includes the content itself, making sure that all aspects are in fact completed, and then the next lesson will pop up. If there are any issues, please let me know, but I think it's set up properly, and I think all links are working. Again, let me know if there are any discrepancies, but we should be good to go for that. Something else I've introduced into the course is our cheap seats. Cheap seats are, I've done them before, they've always gone really well, and it is the idea as a standalone activity that will be completed every week, and the topics are various. They can be sort of any type of ideas. They're not necessarily coinciding with our course, but it's sort of that idea where if you were in a classroom, it's the conversations that we would be having before class, during class, after class, and they can sort of be topics about economics, culture, bigger philosophical ideas that I think are really valuable in a classroom. So that's what cheap seats are. So this week, our first discussion is on the concept of privilege and sort of what that means, what that looks like, especially economically and socially with everything going on right now. This idea of privilege, where do we fall into that? What is your opinions on it, your ideas, your perspectives on it? So that's what cheap seats are. They're located in our discussion tab at the top. Scroll right down to the bottom. You're going to see week 1, and the topic is privilege. Those are due every week. So every Monday is when I sort of close the week before, and I release or kind of move on to the next topic of cheap seats. So that's what those are. As we're making our way through this week, remember your quizzes for Unit 1 should be completed by Thursday, I believe. I hope I have that right. But the due dates and everything are there. Let me know if you have any problems, and then we will move on to our next unit. All right, guys, keep the discussion boards going. They're awesome. Remember cheap seats. Let me know if you have any concerns. We'll talk soon.